All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Sports Snobs. I'm Pat. He's Kaz. This is our weekly NFL picks podcast. Hopefully, you guys have been following along. We've been so-so, I'd say, so far. But please, if you want to listen to our picks, check us out on YouTube, all the podcast platforms. Subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. Get your friends involved. We may or may not win you some money. I can't confirm or deny that at this point so far. Too early to tell. But please, if for nothing else, it's for good entertainment. In the long haul, it's for a good
500. You might not be over 500. I'm over 500. So come on, let's go.
Hey, comebacks happen. But it's all for a good cause. Excuse me. In the long run, the winner. Just to kind of recap for those of you who may have missed one of the prior episodes, the winner has the loser donate $100 to the charity of their choice. So we also are kind of working on a way to get others involved with the donations too. But it's all for a good cause.
So Pat, on that note, one of the things I'm doing this week is I'm actually going to bet $10 on all 13 games, and whatever I win, 50% I'm adding to the pot.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's I can get behind that.
I know I'm a high roller, and $10 every game, that's a high roller status. But that's what I'm doing. But whatever I win, I'm going to add to the pot. So that's what I'm doing this week, and maybe I'll do more in the future.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I could definitely get behind that. So, on that note, yes, to your point, I might be below 500 this year, but last week, if we take a look at the scores so far, last week we both came up with 2 points. We both hit the favorite pick, and just to kind of recap that real quick, the favorites. If we choose the favorites, it's a 1 point pick if they hit. If we choose an underdog and they hit, it's a 2 point play. So last week we both had two favorites win, 2 points apiece. So the standings are 5-3 right now. Just to recap some of the rules, it's draft style, pick one game. Brian can't pick that game, and then it just goes back and forth like that. That way we're going to have 8 different games picked, 4 apiece, and that's pretty much it. But the other bet that we do have going from week to week is the loser, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how your Friday night or Saturday is going, does a shot. So since we tied last week,
I want to say this is recorded on Friday night. I don't want people at 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning to think that I'm doing a shot.
That's a good point.
So I do want to clarify that.
Yes, that's a good point. Didn't think of that, but yes, it is Friday night, and if it was Saturday morning, no judgment. But anywho,
not before softball, dude. You'd kill me if it was before softball.
We might play better. But today I have a little switched it up. Last week I had some bourbon. This week I got a little Tito's vodka. Switch it up a little bit. Well, you want?
I got Remy Martin. I do a shot of Remy every time before Brody goes in for a scan or a medical treatment or whatever for good luck, because my gramps up above always drank it, and I've had good luck with it. So hopefully it helps me with my picks. So
yeah,
cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Now, if I go 0 for 4 tomorrow, you know why.
He just wanted you to donate to my charity. That's all. He was just doing some good work for another charity, because you're going to donate to your own anyway.
We have a playoff game tomorrow for our softball league. Not only the playoffs, but potentially the championship. So, we're in the semifinals, and hopefully the finals.
Yeah. I'm hopeful. I got to stay positive. We're playing well. We just got to pull it out. But we'll see. Nice weather tomorrow. Nice spring-like November day. And as you can see, you got a little special guest there. If you could see the dog creeping in there. But anywho, so yeah, last week, like I said, we both hit 2 picks. We both got a little frustrated with 2 outcomes, 1 apiece. You with the Browns.
Yeah, we were texting a lot, and mine was early, and mine was the Browns, and Chubb going out at the 1 yard line for no reason. I mean, You're up already. Why not get the extra 7 points? You run out the 1 yard line, and I lose by a half a point. Yours was a little different, I think. So you want to talk about yours with the Cardinals?
Yeah, I don't think I really don't think I've honestly ever seen it before. Where it was the Cardinals game. Obviously, they score on the Hail Murray, which we detailed in our last episode, but they're up by 2, right? The extra point would make it a 3-point game, and they decide to, instead of kicking the extra point, take a knee because they don't want their extra point blocked and returned for 2 points, because that's more likely than, God forbid, them kicking it off and there being like a face mask on the return and they're in field goal range to win the game. So it was frustrating, to say the least.
So I'm going to say, like, the kneel down, I get it because you don't want the extra point blocked, but why not just like have the holder, the quarterback, just run back 80 yards, not get a safety, but run back, run off more time so you don't have to kick it off. Like, just a simple kneel down didn't make sense to me, but that's neither here nor there. That's why I'm not an NFL coach, obviously, but it just made no sense to kneel down and still have to kick it off versus run more time off.
Yeah, I don't know. Never will know. But in any event, we have some picks this week. I believe I started off. So let's take a look. I sent you the spreads earlier today. I'm not sure if these have changed too much. I would imagine not so much. Although one game I do know changed, and I'll see if you pick it. If not, we could take a little 2-minute discussion afterwards.
I got 3 notes of pages, dude. I am ready this week. I am ready. Okay, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna keep that lead up, and I'm gonna get your $100 for the Children's Brain Tumor Network. So let's go.
We'll see. We will see. But all right, my first pick. I am It seems I've watched this team play. I've watched both teams play this season. They've been on national television a couple times.
But I hope you watch these teams play. You got a sports podcast.
Well, yeah, but how often are you seeing a Browns game in its entirety, or are you watching bits and pieces on Red Zone? I mean, I'm talking about full games.
Man, I got Sunday Ticket. I do the recap every week.
I'm not doing.
I do this.
All right. Well, you could take some of those betting winnings and purchase some Sunday Ticket for me as well, or you could help me stream it somehow through your service. But I'm going to Indianapolis, and I'm going with Aaron, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, the original Hail Mary master. Now that Kyler Murray's taken over, but yeah, I'm going Packers Colts here. The line is Colts -2. And I am going to take the Packers. So technically, this is an underdog pick. This is a 2-point pick. It scares me a little bit because the Colts defense is for real. And I know the Packers have had some duds this year. They've played a couple bad games where they I don't even know, they didn't score a touchdown against the Bucs. I'm not sure. But in any event, lately, they've been the offense has been coming together. Devontae Adams is basically guaranteed to score a touchdown each week. So I'm confused by the line. I don't think the Colts are better than the Packers. Yes, they have a better defense, but if I'm going Phillip Rivers versus Aaron Rodgers, I mean, naturally I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. So there's really not many more statistics behind it. I think it's just a simple. I think the Packers are better. And I think the Packers' offense is better than the Colts' defense is. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. And I know we're fooled by the Jaguars game last week, how the Jaguars hung around with the Packers. But I don't know. I still don't think the Colts are that team. I can't jump on that bandwagon. So I'm taking the Packers, and I'll take the 2 points.
I had the same pick highlighted. Game is indoors, so you don't have to worry about the weather bothering Aaron Rodgers and that air offense. It sounds like Lazard is going to be back. Uh, Marquez Valdez-Scantling is playing very well. Devontae Adams, we don't have to talk about. Aaron Jones is playing very well. So I think that is a great choice for your number one pick because you are two down. So this might get you 2 points. My first pick. All right, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go Titans at Ravens. So Titans started out strong. They fell off a cliff, right? Ravens, they lost to the Pats last week. Their defense can't stop the run. You knew the Pats were going to run against them, and they couldn't stop it. And apparently their nose tackle is out and maybe a defensive tackle. I'm not 100% sure. Henry is a beast. He's a lot better than Cam Newton and Williams and whoever else New England had that put up that running game. So I'm going to take the Titans +5. That's where I'm going. I think that they move up in the rankings and the Ravens start to move down.
Yeah, this is another one I had highlighted. It wasn't going to be my first or second choice. I was going to kind of see what we had left after 2 rounds of picking. But yeah, I was scared of this game. I think the Ravens are going to bounce back. But then the question, I mean, 5, that's a big number, 5, right? I mean, I can totally see this as a field goal game. So I can't hate the pick, but not sure I would have made it my first choice. But hey, that it is an underdog pick technically, so another possible 2 points for you, right? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, let's move on. Round 2 here. So this game is interesting. This is I don't normally attack a line this big, but Chiefs Raiders. Chiefs -8 at the Raiders. Last time these two teams played, the Raiders handed the Chiefs their first and only loss of the season. Derek Carr played lights out. It was kind of a shootout. There really wasn't too much defense going on in this game. It was at Kansas City. Okay, this one is now in Vegas. So the weather will not be an issue in that new stadium, the Death Star, as they call it.
The fans are phenomenal over in Vegas.
Yeah, if they were allowed in.
Oh.
Maybe you hear them outside. I don't know. Never been there.
They don't have a black hole? I thought they had a black hole. Is that no? They don't have it
Yeah,
there?
I don't know. Maybe next year. But yeah, -8 for the Chiefs. And I'm gonna take the Chiefs, and I'm gonna give the 8 points. Now it's a huge line, but the Raiders have, I think there was like 12 players on their defense who were on the COVID list. Not that they have COVID, but through the contact tracing, they were on the COVID list, so they weren't able to practice the full week. I don't know how many are starters and how many are bench players or subs for that matter, but I just think it's kind of a revenge game. The Raiders did that bus tour after the game where they circled Arrowhead, and Andy Reid wasn't the biggest fan of that, the little victory lap they did. So I see the Chiefs not taking their foot off the pedal at all this game. It might get ugly if the Raiders fall behind early, and I think coming off of a bye week especially, they had 2 weeks to prepare for this team, this revenge game. I got to take the Chiefs, and I'm going to give the 8 points. I see the Chiefs winning by 2, maybe even 3 scores.
I agree. I had that same exact pick. The Raiders will not beat the Chiefs twice. They will not sweep them. The Chiefs will not allow this to happen. They took the Raiders lightly in their only loss. They know they can't lose again because of what Pittsburgh's doing. So they're just going to go foot on the pedal, go everywhere, and hopefully Edwards Hilaire is one of those people that gets some of that work. But my pick, you know what? I got my nice Dan Marino jersey on. My Mitchell and Ness Dan Marino jersey on for those of you that can't see it. So I'm going Dolphins minus 3.5 at the Broncos.
Love the pick. Beautiful pick.
There's the two teams are going in different directions. The Dolphins are going up. The Broncos are going down. Dolphins are doing it with defense and special teams. They're not putting it all on Tua, which is letting Tua get more comfortable in the offense and get more comfortable in the NFL, to be honest. And, I mean, with his injury, even get more comfortable there. So the Dolphins, I think they're going to do it, even if it's their fourth or fifth round or fifth string running back. Ahmed, who even heard of him before last week or a week before? But they dropped Jordan Howard for him. Breida is now the backup and doesn't even see the field that much. So, yeah, I'm doing Dolphins minus 3.5.
Yeah, my only hesitancy there would be the weather. And I don't know what the weather is supposed to be, but I don't know what the most inclement or even coldest, for that matter, game Tua has ever played in, right? I mean, he played in the SEC, so they're not really facing any.
Doesn't matter. The way the Dolphins' defense and special teams is playing, they don't need that. Like, that helps them if it's bad weather, because Drew Lock has been horrible lately. So the inclement weather will hurt Drew Lock more than it will Tua, because they put Tua in the right spot.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't know if we'll have a couple turnovers early, and I mean, who knows? But I like the pick overall. That also, I don't think there was many picks to select from this week, so I think we're kind of on the same page for most of these. I did have that one.
I'm picking all 13 on my Twitter, Sports Snob Kaz. I'm putting $10 on all of them. Maybe I change some of these picks if the lines change before Sunday. But again, 50% of my winnings will go to the pot.
Okay. Big baller. Speaking of big ballers, Jets, Chargers. No, I'm just kidding. There's no way I'm touching that game. That's just. I feel like I hadn't mentioned the Jets. I don't know if you were going to. Maybe I jumped the gun. But anyway, Steelers, Jaguars. Steelers minus 10.5. That is ridiculous, especially how the Jaguars played last week against the Packers. Now, the Steelers is the complete opposite of the Packers defense right now. So it makes sense that the Jaguars and their third string quarterback were able to find some holes in that defense, kind of make that a little bit of a shootout. I don't think it was ever really a concern for the Packers, but they made it interesting, the Jaguars. But minus 10.5. The Steelers played the Cowboys earlier this season, I believe 2 weeks ago.
Don't remind me.
And the Cowboys almost beat them. In that game, I think there was some concern. So I'm just thinking the Jaguars they're like a good, terrible team. It's very odd. They're kind of like what the Dolphins were last year, where they show you some hope with their offense. And the defense is not horrendous, but it's there, right? It's there. The offense really keeps them in games. So I remember what Chris said. Chris, your buddy, our softball teammate, said the Steelers don't typically cover when there's these large lines. And I'm gonna have faith in Chris. So Chris, if the Steelers cover the 10.5, you're not playing softball with us ever again. So I'm going to take the Jaguars, and I'm going to take the 10.5 points. I can't see them losing by more than 10.
I wasn't going to touch this game because of what the Steelers did to me against the Cowboys, and you're spot on. The next day, Chris was like, "Why the hell did you take them? Because they never cover a double point digit spread." He was right. I wasn't going to touch the game. I'm glad you didn't. Wait, who'd you say you're taking? You're taking Steelers?
No, I'm taking the Jags.
Oh, you're taking the Jags. All right.
Jumping on the Luton train.
Let's go Steelers. I'll have to wave my little yellow towel. I got one, actually. Chris took me to a few games over in Pittsburgh. So I got my yellow towel. I got my terrible towel. I'll wave it up. You know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to go Titans, Ravens. Don't know who I'm going to pick. Titans, they started strong. They haven't looked well. Ravens, they lost to the Pats last week. Oh, wait, I picked this one right. I'm sorry.
I thought you did. I was confused, though. I was like, oh, shoot, my notes must be off. What am I drinking?
That's the Remy Martin, dude. That gets to me. All right. Vikings, -7 Cowboys. Another big spread, right? Vikings, I've said for 2 weeks now, they're going to be contenders for the NFC North. Cowboys, they would have a horrible time being contenders in the SEC. So I'm going to take the Vikings -7, and I'm going to ride with it. Thielen, Dalvin Cook, Jefferson. I'm going with it. I'm going with it hard.
That's big. You got the big red back, right? The red rifle, Andy Dalton. I believe he's playing this week.
It's very probable.
And I mean, he's a much more professional quarterback than what we've seen the past 2 weeks out of the Cowboys. So I was scared of this pick.
How many wins did the Cowboys have?
2.
So they had Dalton for how many weeks?
I think it was like 1.5. I think. Did he even finish the game he started? I don't even think he finished the game he started.
Did they have Dak for how many weeks?
I guess 2, right? He went out against the Giants.
So I guess it's not the quarterback. If they were 5-2 or whatever it is, 8-2, we're in week 11. If they were 8-2, 8-4, then I'd say it's the quarterback. It's not the quarterback.
All right. For your sake, we better hope it's not the quarterback. All right. Final pick for me. All right. So all my initial go-tos are off the board. Maybe I will go with the Jets. No, I'm done. Still, there's no way. Patriots, Texans. It's a good game, right? Texans scored what? How many points last week? 7? 7 points. You should know because the Browns are the ones who beat them with that terrible lack of a cover. But yeah, Patriots at the Texans.
They scored 7, but that weather and that field was horrendous. So let's not go there with that. And the Texans, they're working with Duke Johnson. Not a bad running back, but not the greatest.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. Patriots at Texans. Patriots -1.5. Basically a pick 'em. I mean, how many games in the NFL end with a deficit of 1 point, right? So I'm going to take the Patriots, give the 1.5. The Texans are really, really bad. Patriots are confusing, but again, I'm not going to bet. I'm not going to bet against Bill Belichick, especially seeing what these two teams each did last week. And I think the Patriots may be able to put a little something together here. I'm not completely writing them off as far as making things interesting in the AFC East down the line, but it's the most confidence I have in a pick from what's left, to be completely honest. So I'm going to take the Patriots minus 1.5.
So this was a game that was, for this show, was totally off of my game plan. I would not pick it because I would pick from my heart and not from my head, because I don't want the Patriots to win. I don't want them still lurking in there for the AFC East title. So I'll pick it in my 13 games that I'll post on my Twitter. But I'm not picking it here. But I'm kind of glad you gave a couple of hints that you weren't going to pick this game, because I am, my friend. I'm going to take the Chargers minus 9.5 against the Jets. The Jets have Flacco, and now they're going to start Perine. Perine is averaging less than 3 yards a carry, if I'm correct. They said Moore will still be in there. They can't win with that. It's a big spread. Herbert got his hair cut. I think maybe that's why you're wearing a cap, because it looks very much like the haircut you get. So do you get your haircut from the Chargers strength and conditioning coach? Because your haircut looks a lot like that. You shave your beard, you get that ugly little outline that he had. You could pass for him. You could be a celebrity impersonator for him. But Chargers, they're going to cover. That's where I'm going.
Wow. I learned my lesson betting Jets games. So got to stay away from Jets games. Got to stay away from Giants games. Good thing they're off this week.
Hey, there's one team in the NFC East that will not lose this week.
Facts. Absolute facts. But real quick, since neither of us picked this game, and we talked about it on our last episode, we were discussing our confidence level in Jameis Winston, and now it turns out he's not even starting. They're going with Taysom Hill. I mean, what the heck's going on in New Orleans?
So I don't know what's going on there. I can tell you the line that you shared with me was Falcons +4. I think by Sunday game time, it's going to be a hell of a lot lower, if not Falcons favored, because Taysom Hill's completed, I believe, 10 passes, none for touchdowns. Falcons are decent against the run, so his quarterback draws, his everything like that, I don't know if it's going to be effective. I think the Saints would have been better using Jameis as the main quarterback and bringing in Taysom more than they do when Drew is there for those specialty plays. I thought that was the play Peyton was going to do, but hey, they paid Taysom Hill a lot of money. Maybe they're trying to see what he wants to do. Anybody who's in a ESPN fantasy league, pick up Taysom Hill as your quarterback. Don't play him as your quarterback. Play him as your tight end, because he's still eligible for a tight end. So do that. But that's my recap of that game.
Nice. And the guy in our league who I'm playing this week picked up Taysom Hill and put him right into the starting QB spot, right over Cam Newton. Dropped Cam Newton like it was nothing.
He's not eligible in our league for a tight end.
Yeah.
ESPN if you play a position, they'll never drop that position from you. CBS, they do that. So you're looking good this week, even though I'm gonna win the division this week.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not far behind. This game means a lot to both of us, though. Me and the guy that we're playing.
You're in your own division.
Yeah, no, and this is for first place in that division, so we'll see. He has to head that.
My division straight out. And what's my division called? The Elite. That's the top 4 players of last year. And I'm going to win it this week. And I'm going to go into the playoffs. I'm going to have McCaffrey back. I'm going to have Carson back. I'm good, dude. I'm looking good.
All I need is Patty Mahomes will carry me to the promised land. That's all that matters.
That trade, I still want to veto it. Like, that was horrible. Horrible.
All right. Well, in closing, let's wrap up. Let's summarize our picks real quick. For those of you keeping track, right now the score is 5-3 Brian on the season. So my 4 picks this week are the Packers +2. That's a 2-point pick. Chiefs -8. That's a 1-point pick. Jaguars +10.5. That's a 2-point pick. And Patriots -1.5. That's a 1-point pick. So a possible 6 points for me this week.
So for my picks, the winning picks. So if you guys want to win money, take my picks. I got the Titans +5, 2-point pick. I got the Vikings -7, just a 1-point pick. I have the Dolphins -3.5. They're going to win the division and me a point. And I also have the Chargers -9.5. So those are my 4 picks. And if you want to win money, take mine.
Drop the mic just like that. All right. We'll see what happens. Hope everyone has a good football Sunday tomorrow. And hopefully we have a good softball Saturday. So,
and Pat, good luck robbing that bank later with that hat and the black shirt and everything. Good luck.
Way to sell me out just like that.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
That's messed up. All right, everyone. That's just Sports
Somerset, right? That's where you're going? Oh.
No.
I wasn't going to say that. My bad.
No, it's Carteret. That's your Sports Snobs NFL picks this week. Remember, like us, share us, follow us, subscribe to the podcast, check us out on YouTube, all that good stuff. And hopefully we make you some money, and hopefully we make each other's charities some money. So good luck, everyone, and we'll see you on Thursday.